Hey everyone, Scorp here, starting a new challenge run. Today we are going to start a challenge run where we are playing with only creatures that have higher defense than attack stats. Now, to facilitate this, I started with a deck that has mostly higher defense than attack stats, but there are some cards that we're going to have to remove. So, removing these cards that aren't allowed. Even this 400 down here has to go. Grappler has to go. And I'm not allowed to fuse into cards that have stronger attacks either. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut here. I'm going to put in at least 11 passwords to replace the cards that I just had to remove. Spell and traps are legal for this, by the way. So if we really run into a problem, I can just, burn somebody out with Ruriokus. But regardless, this should be a relatively interesting challenge. Although I think I'm going to have an interesting take on it. So I'll be right back. Okay, I actually put in 16 passwords, and I only needed 11 cards. So I have these 5 extras, so let's figure out 5 cards that we can take out. Bioplant can go. That was a password I put in. It was a mistake. I learned my lesson. Let's see here. Mystic Horseman can definitely go. Neck Hunter can go. Crocodilist can go. Monster Recovery is awful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now that I have remade my deck so that it fits within the challenge limits, I'm going to go farm my deck. And a whole lot of this is stuff you guys don't need to watch. Like, you guys are not going to want to watch me do this for like the 18th time of going to Custom Duel and duplicating cards. And farming up a leader. So I will get back to you guys when I am to the point where this is not just farming cards that way, but farming the equips in the deck from myself. So that shouldn't be too long, but well, for you guys it's going to be about a second, so be right back. Okay, welcome back everyone. I figured I'd bring you along as I rebuild my deck here really quick with the cards that I wanted to put in. Oops, I skipped a couple cards. Okay, that looks like everything that I really cared about, right? Mysterious Puppeteers, 3 Hard Armors, 3 Choose 3 Blockers, 3 Psycho Puppets, 3 Millennium Shields, and a Partridge and a Pear Tree, huh? Okay, now any card that is actually good, I'll throw in. We might have some deck cost problems here shortly. So we'll go to the low deck cost section. Put in Lagul and put in both Hanes, and I mean, those are expensive. Let's put in some fake traps. And then I guess a Masked Clown works. Not everything that I'd like in the deck, but we're at 850 deck cost, and now we need to get ourselves some extra equips. Which, these are a lot harder to get, but we started with a Fiend Castle, so we might as well get one, hopefully, from ourselves. Just play on a normal terrain. Oh, I need to set my summoning power back down to 3. This is going to be a bit silly. But as we go through this game, we're going to get a little bit different setup for our cards than you probably expect, but that's probably what you guys expect from me at this point. Oh hey, a power increase. That's exactly the card I was looking for. Now, hopefully, that's not a Psycho Puppet. Although it is very likely to be a Psycho Puppet. Oops. Well, that's an unfortunate fusion. Good thing it's still within the bounds of the challenge, or I would have had to instantly resign right there. That is not a good fusion. Yep, I was worried about that. That's gonna be a problem. Good thing we have a Curse Breaker in our deck. Because otherwise, we'd have very little to deal with that. Oh, ask and I shall receive, huh? No longer a problem. Now, this challenge is going to fulfill two requests. One was to actually play a Psycho Puppet deck, which, I'll be honest, very few people actually play a Psycho Puppet deck. Because it just doesn't have synergy with, you know... Oh, that probably fuses. Oh no. Well, that's a Psycho Puppet down. I need to just kill, and my opponent is being stubborn. Hopefully that is not a fused Psycho Puppet. Is that a fused Psycho Puppet? That is not a fused Psycho Puppet. Good. On the good news, most of the cards in his deck are not going to go in the slots. At least the Psycho Puppets and the Millennium Shields, so that's a good start. This hand is horrid. To make sure I don't fuse. Okay, I just need to finish him off. It's somehow. Unfortunately, getting him to attack me is actually going to be a problem. For right now, let's just make this the biggest card possible. No, he can't beat me. He can defend against me, though. Millennium Shield is too big. And now his creatures are thick. I'm very worried that's a Curse Breaker. I was pretty sure. And the blocker is not what I wanted to see here, because now I can't get over that. Oh my. Well, I can get over it. I mean, I just don't do any damage, because blocker does blocker things. Well, good thing he's not playing the challenge, even though that thing has some thick defense. Okay, that nearly killed him. I should have flipped that fake trap. More shields. I don't believe him at all. Oh yeah, he's dead. What do you fuse for Nekogal? Okay, now let's make sure we get this Fiend Castle, because I don't want to do this that many times. That is not a Fiend Castle. Oh, and I just... Okay. Nope. There we go. Now I want a Curse Breaker. I farmed all of the 3 in a rows I will ever need. I'll get something eventually. There we go. Okay. Let's save. Go and build deck. Oh, he fused the female, the unhappy maiden. But we can get rid of Masked Clown now. And probably eat Gaboon for these two. We still have a bunch of cards I don't want in my deck, but they're kind of just gonna be there for a while. Until we can get more Fiend equips. I have a Dark Person Light, that's pretty good. And do this, discarding Goblin Fan, or Goblin Secret Remedy. We can always defend against him, so... and we also have a Dark Person Light on our side, which is really good for us, because our opponent can do nothing about it. You play this, and their cards, or their Psycho Puppets don't have an effect anymore. It's great. Also, that's a Curse Breaker. So, I'm just speeding through this because this could take a while, and I want him to play an equip. Which requires him to unfortunately have a Psycho Puppet, because there are not many Fiends in this deck. My opponent has played a Legul that is not going to have a good time if it keeps charging me. So, yeah. We're getting there. Well, he just doesn't have an equip in hand. Definitely no equip in hand, which is unfortunate. Thank you, sir. Happy Maiden. Oh, that's annoying. That's also annoying. Well, I kill him, and then do this again. Because he's just more likely to open it. Shield and Sword wouldn't be terrible, I guess, so we can go for that, but I'm not particularly interested. Shield and Sword's in here just to appease people. It's not good. I think he just played another Curse Breaker. Oh, that's not an equip, sadly. I'm pretty sure he started Curse Breaker. Pretty sure that second card was a Psycho Puppet or something? No? Okay. Wait a couple turns on this Dark Piercing Light. Oh, I could have grabbed the Curse Breaker last game. That's what I should have done. This Curse Breaker is such a good card. In a defense deck is kind of boring. Although, when we play our Psycho Puppets, it'll go pretty well. Wait, do I have 3 Curse Breakers in my deck already? I think I do. Yeah, okay, I do. Never mind, I didn't need a Curse Breaker. You just... okay. Big Psycho Puppet. Cool. Unfortunately for you, meet Curse Breaker. As I said, Curse Breaker is good for me. And bad for him because he doesn't know how to use it. Let's see what you have face down. You're dead. Moving on, let's go again for this equip. I pretty much need him to draw the equip in his opening hand, along with the Psycho Puppet. I don't know why I'm going for this 3 in a row, but I am. It's pretty sweet. Now we got a Gorgon's Eye, which is a really, really troll card for us. I'd really... okay, well, he played it. That's good. Oh, that'll slow him down. He just fused a Psycho Puppet and got rid of it. Oh. Well, this needs to go face-up defense, so his... oh, his Psycho Puppet can't get over that. Oh, he realized it can. Impressive. I can get over that. With some defense, now we just kill him and we win the game. Easy. Wow, that went spectacularly well. Hey, we got it. Good enough. Cool. Make sure I save before I ditch my cards. Or break anything. And we'll take out a fake trap and put in a fiend castle. I think this is about as good as we're gonna get for this challenge to start the game, so we might as well start the game. I was actually quite surprised at how many of the higher defense cards were in the starter deck. Also, it had the equip for Psycho Puppet, so I couldn't really resist it. We probably are going to have to do some changing to this deck to beat Bakura. We're also definitely going to, and it's going to have to get a lot cheaper. And then the other biggest challenge for this deck is going to be running into the final boss. We'll need to have gotten some barrel rocks so that we can enter Labyrinth Terrain and destroy it. We could also destroy him with Wall Shadows, but Wall Shadows are not very good. And he's kind of protected by Crush, so he's really a problem. Let's see here. We just, we have a Psycho Puppet, we use Psycho Puppet, we win game. Because there's absolutely nothing that's going to stand up to a Psycho Puppet at this point in the game. She could put all 3 equips on an Echo Gal and it wouldn't matter. Because that's only 2,800 plus the 500 point bonus from Sogen. If it was in her leader range, it might matter a little bit. But as long as that doesn't happen, we're good. Well, I think this wants me to make a Millennium Shield. There is a way to make Millennium Shield's effect switch to attack with Sword and Shield. It would be absolutely amazing, but because that doesn't happen, yeah. Building the wall, boys. Creatures' defenses are huge. Super thick creatures. No, what I'd really like is to draw another Psycho Puppet. Or a fusion for it, since we haven't seen any of the blockers or mysterious puppeteers. We've literally not seen any of them, which is kind of surprising. hey, there's one. Oh, I do need to play around her block not her block attack, but her change of heart, because that would not be fun to deal with. The Psycho Puppet's kind of strong. Okay, now we have 2 monsters. Now it's just a matter of technique to finish the game. I'm gonna set up like this, and then I'm just gonna charge right at her. And they just foam across the map until she dies. And 4,000 is absolutely unbeatable by Taya, so... Game over. Oop. You're not going anywhere. That is a huge Leggle. Okay, 2 hits and we win. But yeah, this was a whole lot of effort to just go destroy Taya really badly. We could have probably beaten her before we really even farmed anything. But she's also a coward and does not like to attack unless she really thinks she can win a fight. Oh, an Echo Gal, we could use that. Technically for the challenge. Another option for this challenge is to go all Neko Gals. You could also go Mystical Elves, although you can't use the Dancing Elf, which is kind of a problem. But it would probably work out pretty well. Your Beat Sticks would be a kind of a problem, although just with Mystical Elf, they're so good. Anyways, this is our deck so far. I'm not too happy with all the Millennium Shields, but, you know, it's thematic. Regardless, we're doing pretty well, so if you all enjoyed, thank you all for watching, and have a nice day.